Hello everyone. This is the last video of chapter 7, and in this video I'm going to discuss the third learning objective of this chapter, how share markets work. If you remember, back in chapter 1, we very briefly learned that shares are bought and sold in various stock exchanges, for example, Australian Securities Exchange, New Zealand Stock Exchange. And we also learned that the share market consists of a primary market and a secondary market. In the primary market or new issue market, shares are first brought to the market and sold to investors. Okay, so the feature of this market is that the fund is transferred directly from the investor to the issuing company. In the secondary market, on the other hand, the existing shares are traded. So the main purpose of the secondary market is to provide liquidity to investors. Okay, so in the primary market, companies sell securities to raise funds. As a result, the fund is transferred, as I mentioned, from investor to the firm. The share market also consists of dealers and brokers. Because most securities transactions involve dealers and brokers, it is important to understand exactly what is meant by the terms dealer and broker, right? So first of all, a dealer maintains an inventory and stands ready to buy and sell at any time. On the other hand, a broker brings buyers and sellers together, but does not maintain an inventory. Okay, so thus, when we speak of used car dealers and real estate agents, we recognize that used car dealer maintains an inventory, whereas the real estate agent does not. Okay, so keep it in mind that trading in Australia and New Zealand share markets is broker based. Okay. In the securities market, a dealer stands ready to buy securities from investors wishing to sell them and sell securities to investors wishing to buy them. Okay. Once again, from chapter 1, if you can remember, that the price the dealer is willing to pay is called the bid price. And the price at which the dealer will sell is called ask or offer price. The difference between the bid and ask prices is called the spread. Okay, and it is the basic source of dealer profits. Dealers exist in all areas of the economy, not just the share price. We all know that. For example, your university bookshop may be both a primary and a secondary market textbook dealer. If you buy a new book, this is a primary market transaction. If you buy a used book, this is a secondary market transaction, and you pay the shop's ask price. If you sell the book back, you receive the store's bid price, often half of the ask price, right? The bookshop's spread is the difference between the two prices. In contrast, a securities broker arranges transactions between investors, matching investors wishing to buy securities with investors wishing to sell them. The distinctive characteristics of security brokers is that they do not buy or sell securities for their own accounts. They just facilitate trading by others in their business. The next, just a couple of points about the Australia and New Zealand Stock Exchange operation. Look, the first stock exchange in Australia was the Sydney Stock Exchange, established in 1871. The Australian Stock Exchange, or ASX, was created in 1987 with the amalgamation of several state-based state-based exchanges. Okay, now the ASX used to be a mutual organization, that is an organization owned by its members. Okay, now in 1998, the ASX demutualized, issuing shares to its member, and now it is a listed company on its own exchange. Okay, In 2006, the ASX merged with the Sydney Futures Exchange, and as a result of the merger, the ASX changed its name to the Australian Securities Exchange to reflect the operations of the combined group. The New Zealand Stock Exchange was created in 1974 with the amalgamation of the regional-based exchanges in the country. And in 2002, this stock exchange was demutualized. Okay. With regard to the operations, fundamentally, the business of ASX and NZX, NZX is the New Zealand Stock Exchange, is to attract and process order flow. Okay. The term order flow means the flow of customer orders to buy and sell shares. The customers of the ASX are the millions of individual investors and tens of thousands of institutional investors who place their orders to buy and sell shares in ASX listed companies. Both ASX and NGX are auction markets where brokers place buy and sell orders for their clients, or they buy or sell on their own account called principal trading. If you want to buy or sell shares, you contact a broker and place an order. There are two types of order: limit order, where you specify the price at which you want to sell or buy, or a market order, which is executed at the best market price. A market order will be executed at the current clearing sell or buy price available on the exchange. On the other hand, a limit order allows the client to specify the price at which the trade can take place. Okay. As the ASX and NGX are computer networks, they have no physical location where trading takes place. All trading is done through brokers, and there is no trading floor, as you may have seen with the NYSE New York Stock Exchange. So that's the end of our discussion on this learning objective, and this is the end of this chapter 2. So if you have any question, any problem with any of the topics I have discussed, just let me know. Thank you very much.